Have you ever been intrigued by a world so different that it feels frozen in time without selfies, makeup, or even buttons? A community where dating happens only under family watch, weddings are simple, and wearing a white wedding dress is unheard of. This is the life of Amish women, one of America's most mysterious and secretive communities. If you're curious about a lifestyle that rejects nearly every modern convenience, then join us as we dive into 20 unique rules that govern every part of an Amish woman's life. You might just find yourself questioning what freedom really means. Have you ever wondered why the Amish dress the way they do? Their clothes seem frozen in time, standing out starkly in today's world of fast fashion. Take buttons, for instance. While the rest of the world might consider buttons a basic feature, Amish women don't use them at all. Instead, they rely on hooks, eyes, or straight pins to fasten their garments. But why? Buttons are more than a fashion choice to the Amish. They are symbols of pride and decoration. By avoiding them, they resist the temptation of vanity and embrace humility. Yet it's not just about modesty. This simplicity also meets practical needs. Using ties instead of buttons makes it easier to repair or replace worn clothing, which is essential for families who often live with limited resources. Every tie and fastener is chosen with care, reflecting the Amish values of durability and functionality. So, if buttons can tell us so much about the Amish way of life, what about the other details that go unnoticed by most people? It's just a piece of fabric, right? But for Amish women, the bonnet, known as is much more than a simple head covering. Made from plain, unadorned fabric, the bonnet is a powerful symbol of faith and humility. It's designed to shift attention away from appearance and toward inner qualities, embodying the Amish belief that modesty and respect come first. In Amish faith, a woman's hair is considered her crowning glory, a symbol of beauty and strength. By covering it, Amish women honor this sacred belief, a reflection rooted in biblical teachings. The style, color, and way an Amish woman ties her bonnet can reveal much about her life, marital status, social standing, and even religious affiliation. These details are subtly woven into the bonnet's design, creating a system of nonverbal communication unique to Amish culture. A white bonnet might indicate one's commitment to a particular religious practice, while a specific tie style could signal a woman's age or role within the community. Beyond its symbolism, the bonnet serves practical purposes too. It shields women from harsh elements, sun, wind, and rain, especially as they work outdoors. In a lifestyle committed to simplicity and practicality, each bonnet serves a functional purpose while reinforcing values of resilience and self-reliance. Do you think symbols like these, buttons and bonnets, are powerful enough to keep a culture grounded in its values, even when the world around it changes? Let me know in the comments. White weddings may be the norm today, but in Amish communities, bridal traditions take a different path. White, a color associated with vanity and pride in the Amish worldview, is avoided. Instead, Amish women opt for shades of blue or indigo, colors that hold powerful symbolic meaning in Amish culture. Blue and indigo represent purity, faithfulness, and an eternal bond with heaven. These colors align seamlessly with Amish values of modesty and humility, creating a wedding tradition that goes beyond aesthetics. Amish wedding gowns are handmade, usually by the brides themselves. Simple, ankle-length, and free of embellishment, each dress is a testament to Amish principles of practicality and self-reliance. This dress isn't just for one special day. Many Amish women will continue to wear their wedding gown to church and other significant events throughout their lives. When the time comes, some even choose to be laid to rest in these dresses, a final symbol of their commitment to family, faith, and community. Not free? No privacy? Dating under family supervision. Could you handle that? Yet the Amish can sustain this kind of dating for years. How do they practice it? Before we dive into the answer, don't forget to take 5 seconds to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We have so much more to share with you. In Amish society, dating and courtship are closely monitored to ensure that relationships develop with modesty and purpose. Instead of private outings, young Amish couples participate in group activities under family supervision, often at church events or community gatherings. Amish courtships are not rushed. They can last months or even years, giving couples time to consider their compatibility and readiness for marriage. When a couple does decide to marry, the wedding is a simple affair. There are no grand decorations or lavish displays. just family, friends, and the community gathered to witness a commitment based on shared values rather than material display. Weddings in the Amish community are big events celebrated on Tuesdays or Thursdays, with the entire community gathering to witness the union. Yet what happens after the ceremony might surprise you. There's no honeymoon trip or private escape. Instead, Amish couples begin a period called broadsight or bride time. During broadsight, the couple stays with the bride's family or close relatives, living under the same roof for several nights or even a few weeks. The couple dives into the daily rhythm of family life, helping with cooking, cleaning, and other household tasks. From day one, they experience what it means to manage a household together, embracing shared responsibilities and learning how to work as a team. Why does this matter so much in Amish culture? For the Amish, marriage is a commitment not only to each other, but also to the family and the broader community. By spending this time with in-laws, newlyweds strengthen family bonds, reinforcing the idea that marriage is part of something larger than themselves. Can you imagine skipping a private honeymoon to start your marriage within the family home? Do you think this would bring you closer as a couple, or would it feel too intense? We'd love to hear your insights, so drop a comment below. For Amish women, marriage comes with a set of expectations that are deeply rooted in biblical teachings and centuries-old customs. At the core of this belief is the idea that the husband is the head of the household. This isn't simply a title. It's a role that places him as the main decision-maker for the family, while the wife supports and follows his lead. From early on, Amish girls learn that their lives will center on family care: cooking, cleaning, sewing, and raising children. Even major family decisions, from finances to household rules, typically go through the husband, reinforcing a clear family structure. A particularly interesting part of this dynamic is a practice called the bundling ritual. For unmarried couples in the Amish community, bundling involves spending the night together while fully clothed and separated by a wooden board. This tradition allows for an emotional connection within strict boundaries, setting the stage for an understanding of roles before marriage even begins. The Amish believe this hierarchy serves a greater purpose. Submission, they say, minimizes conflict, giving women space to focus on family and household duties. Amish women don't wear makeup or use cosmetics, and this choice is far more than a simple preference. For the Amish, true beauty is something that comes from within, a reflection of one's character, humility, and devotion to God. Adding makeup is seen as covering up or altering the natural beauty that God has given. Makeup, costly jewelry, or any adornment that draws attention is considered an unnecessary luxury. These items don't align with their plain way of life, which focuses on modesty and steering clear of the temptations of modern society. Instead, Amish women channel their energy into family, hard work, and community involvement, qualities they believe define true beauty. But simplicity doesn't mean sameness. Amish women still express their individuality through their traditional dress and hairstyles. Different Amish groups have unique rules about clothing and hairstyling, adding layers of diversity even within their commitment to modesty. Through these distinctions, Amish women proudly convey their heritage and identity, standing out without the need for makeup or jewelry. In the Amish world, every role has its place, and each person's role in the community reflects a larger belief system. While Amish women are highly respected within the community, they are excluded from formal church leadership roles like bishops, preachers, or deacons. This exclusion is based on the belief that God has ordained men to lead spiritually, reinforcing the patriarchal structure that guides much of Amish life. But even though Amish women don't preach from the pulpit, their roles are far from secondary. They hold significant influence within the household, often acting as primary decision-makers on matters related to family life, serving as homemakers, caregivers, and spiritual guides for their children. Interestingly, the role of women in Amish society isn't the same across all Amish groups. Some communities adhere strictly to these traditional roles, while others show more flexibility, allowing women a greater say in family and community matters. This diversity within Amish society reflects a subtle evolution, as each group finds its own balance between tradition and the pressures of modern influences. In the Amish community, rules aren't just guidelines, they are foundations of identity, stability, and faith. When someone, especially a woman, breaks these rules, the consequences go far beyond a simple reprimand. They can face a severe form of social separation that is difficult to imagine in modern society: excommunication. For the Amish, this isn't just a punishment, it's a statement that the individual has broken the trust and unity that hold the community together. What happens if an Amish person refuses to follow the deeply held religious principles that guide everything from worship to daily routines, or if they openly challenge community norms? Such actions are seen as betrayals, fracturing the harmony the community relies on. For an Amish woman, the repercussions of excommunication are profound. It's not just a separation from church services, but a disconnection from the entire social fabric that defines her life. Even her closest family members may be instructed to limit contact, creating a powerful deterrent and a reminder of the cost of independence over unity. The thought of such consequences may seem harsh, but for Amish women, the community's needs and values often outweigh individual preferences. Living under these rules shapes every aspect of their identity, from how they navigate daily tasks to how they handle personal conflict. For them, it's a commitment to a shared life, a silent reminder that the strength of their community rests on unity, faith, and a deep sense of responsibility to each other. In Amish communities, education is simple and brief. Amish children attend one-room schoolhouses where they learn the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic, until they reach the 8th grade. For them, schooling is less about personal ambition and more about gaining the skills needed for Amish life. Once they complete this stage, boys and girls take different paths, guided by traditional gender roles. For the boys, it's a transition to apprenticeship and practical skills, preparing them to handle trades, farming, and responsibilities that support their families and the community. For girls, the focus shifts to the home. They learn family skills like cooking, sewing, and childcare, preparing them for a life dedicated to family and community responsibilities. However, even with an 8th grade education, Amish women have the opportunity to teach. Many young women become teachers for these one-room schoolhouses until they marry. After marriage, their focus typically shifts entirely to family life. For most Amish women, household duties become their central role, and family is the heart of their purpose. Amish families place a strong emphasis on family life, often with 5 or more children, a reflection of their belief that family size is guided by God's plan. One of the most distinctive aspects of Amish life is their approach to education, which is intentionally simple and selective. In Amish schools, students receive instruction in reading, writing, arithmetic, and practical skills that align with their community values. Yet certain topics, especially those related to personal development, physical changes, and stages of life, are avoided entirely. So, how do Amish youth learn about these essential parts of growing up in Amish culture? This knowledge isn't delivered in formal lessons. Instead, teens often learn by observing life around them, such as the natural cycles of family farms or shared stories within the community. Biological concepts and family life are gradually introduced through lived experience rather than textbooks, and a full understanding often unfolds later within the context of marriage and family. For Amish girls, this approach influences how they see their roles as future mothers and wives, focusing on the community's needs rather than individual ambitions as they step into adulthood. Amish youth enter a world where their understanding of life is grounded in tradition and personal observation rather than classroom theory. According to Amish beliefs grounded in biblical teachings, a woman's long hair is her glory, representing her commitment to God and family. Cutting one's hair is seen as defying God's will, a breach of the community's values. This deeply held conviction means that for most Amish women, cutting their hair is simply unthinkable. Hair is cherished as a sacred gift from God, meant to be protected and maintained in its natural state. Amish women keep their hair long, often avoiding dyes, perms, or any alterations that might change its natural appearance. It's typically styled in a simple bun or braid at the nape of the neck, practical and modest. When in public, it's always covered with a white cap or bonnet, a symbol of humility and dedication to faith. The Amish community is well known for its firm restrictions on technology, especially anything electrical or electronic. This isn't just a preference, it's a conscious choice based on the belief that technology can lead people away from faith, family, and community. By avoiding modern devices, the Amish resist the temptations of materialism and the constant lure of online entertainment, which they see as distractions from a meaningful life. For the Amish, true value is found in spending quality time with family, deepening their spiritual lives, and building connections within their community. Social media, the internet, and even television are viewed as potential disruptions to these core values. Interestingly, there are certain exceptions. Amish communities sometimes allow limited use of machinery, especially when it supports their work in agriculture or artisan crafts. For example, gas-powered engines may be used for milking cows or sawing wood, but always under strict conditions that prevent dependency on these tools. Necessary medical devices are also permitted when essential to protect health. One of the most striking differences between Amish life and the modern world is their deliberate choice to live without electricity. This isn't just about practicality, it's based on a belief that electricity represents an unnecessary luxury that contradicts their values of simplicity and self-reliance. Without electric power, Amish homes lack common conveniences like radios, televisions, and computers, even electric lights. Instead, lighting comes from lanterns, oil lamps, and candles, creating a warm but subdued atmosphere after dark. Cooking is done over wood stoves, and transportation relies on horse-drawn carriages, a choice that both limits travel and reinforces community bonds. However, there are some exceptions to this rule, especially when it comes to agriculture. Certain Amish families use gas or diesel generators for essential needs, such as powering milking machines or refrigeration units needed for food preservation. Additionally, some Amish-owned businesses allow limited electricity to power necessary production machinery or lighting in stores. But these exceptions are carefully managed. Amish women typically choose to welcome babies at home, seeing it as a personal and spiritual experience that fosters community support. Home birth allows them to avoid the impersonal setting of a hospital, instead embracing the comfort and privacy of their own surroundings, assisted by a midwife, often a respected community member. Amish women rely on their inner strength and the steady support of family, foregoing pain medication. Around 90% of Amish births occur at home, creating a calm atmosphere focused on faith and togetherness. For the Amish, childbirth at home isn't just tradition, it's an expression of their commitment to family, community, and simplicity. In Amish communities, children's toys are plain and rustic, reflecting the Amish way of life. Instead of flashy, mass-produced items, Amish kids play with handmade toys, miniatures of horse-drawn carts, dolls in Amish-style clothing, and replicas of farm produce. Each toy is designed to reflect the values and agricultural lifestyle that is central to their world. One distinctive feature of Amish toys is that they have no facial features. This isn't just a stylistic choice, it's intentional. Faceless toys teach Amish children that outward appearance holds no real value in the eyes of God. This aligns with Amish beliefs where self-praise is downplayed and personal worth is seen as an inequality. In place of photos or social media, the Amish rely on storytelling and shared memories to pass down family history and traditions. In a world filled with selfies and social media, imagine choosing to live without a single photograph of yourself. For the Amish, photographs aren't just pictures. They're symbols that clash with core beliefs about humility and modesty. Both Amish men and women avoid being photographed because posing for a picture is seen as an act of pride, placing personal image above their values of simplicity and humility. This practice helps keep the focus on faith and community rather than individual identity. However, there are nuances. Some Amish may allow candid photos where faces are less recognizable, such as during farm work or community gatherings. These photos are appreciated because they capture real moments without drawing attention to any one person. The issue isn't the photo itself, it's the act of posing that feels inappropriate. This means Amish women rarely have traditional photo albums to preserve memories. Instead, they rely on storytelling and shared family memories, passing down experiences in words rather than images. Rumspringa, meaning running around in Pennsylvania Dutch, is one of the most intriguing Amish customs. This period grants Amish teenagers the freedom to experience life beyond the community's strict rules. During Rumspringa, Amish youth can wear non-traditional clothing, use technology, and explore behaviors typically restricted in their culture. This wild journey isn't just about rebellion, it's a time for self-discovery. Each individual decides whether they want to commit fully to the Amish way of life or leave for a different path. There are no set rules or time limits, making it a deeply personal experience for every participant. The outcomes are varied, but about 90% of Amish teenagers ultimately choose to return, recommitting to their faith and traditions. For the remaining 10%, however, life leads them beyond the Amish community. For example, Kate Stoltz, once an Amish youth featured on the show, used her Rumspringa to explore the modern world and now lives in New York as a model and designer. In Amish communities, women play a vital role in supporting their families financially, often through crafting, farming, or running small businesses. However, the income they earn is considered entirely their own, independent from the household finances. This unique structure is an intriguing contrast in a culture where men are generally seen as primary providers. Why did the Amish uphold this tradition? It's rooted in religious beliefs and cultural history, emphasizing simplicity and mutual respect. By keeping their earnings separate, Amish culture reinforces the male role as breadwinner while allowing women autonomy over their finances. This tradition empowers women to make personal financial decisions without disrupting the household's financial structure. Even during tough times, if a husband's income falls short, the wife's earnings can help support the family, yet they still remain hers. This financial arrangement reflects the balance of independence and shared responsibility that's integral to Amish life. For the Amish, livestock farming is more than just a source of food and income. It reinforces their values of self-reliance, teamwork, and strong community ties. One tradition that exemplifies this is the iconic Amish barn raising, a powerful display of unity. When a family needs a new barn, the whole community comes together to complete the structure in just one day. Everyone has a role. Some lift beams, others assemble frames, and some secure the roof using only traditional tools. They rely on physical strength and skill to build an entire barn by hand. Barn raising is more than construction. It's a celebration of community. Once the work is done, everyone gathers for a shared meal, taking time to relax, swap stories, and reflect on their accomplishment. This meal isn't just about food, it's a moment of deep connection, honoring a day of shared effort and pride. As we conclude our journey through these unique Amish traditions, it's clear that each custom speaks to a lifestyle rooted in faith, resilience, and community. For Amish women, these practices provide meaningful ways to contribute, balancing community expectations with personal strength and skill. Though unusual to outsiders, these customs form the foundation of a culture that has endured for centuries. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us on this great journey. Leave your thoughts in the comments and like to help us. Remember to subscribe for more.